Alright, let's see here. Exercise. How did we get from exercise to where I was then? Sheesh. Hey. I guess I just give a darn too much, but I just care enough, alright? I care about people's. And yes, people might say, hey, he's faking it. He just wants the videos to be going and everything. Actually, if I had the resources and everything, I would give information out freely. Designs and stuff and all kinds of ideas. Heck, I would do that for free just to make sure it's out and about. I got some ideas, some good designs. By the way, that iPhone, no, the Apple company, they're making that glasses things that does stuff. I can see so many flaws in that. I could point it out so much. Yep. In fact, I came up with something that's even better than that. Yes, I'm saying this. Even though I'm not being modest, I'm trying to be honest with it. I'm just saying. And I'm not boasting it, I'm not flaunting it, I'm just trying to say, come on, Apple, do better, okay? Do better, alright? I mean, it doesn't matter that much about it looks. It matters if it works for you or works out and everything else, okay? And I've come up with some crazy, awesome, beautiful designs in this head of mine that will work in so many ways. Oh my gosh. I'd give that information for free. I would. I don't care if I would get paid or not. I wouldn't. Then again, there is that law, though, that says you have to pay someone. Of course, that only matters if it's getting patented. And I don't know how to patent that much of anything. Plus, I don't want to jump through those hoops over and over again. Maybe. Anyways, let's see here. Eats, food. I mean, you gotta love food. I mean, life, eh? Enjoy it. Hey, which brings me to it. Okay. You know that Castaway, that movie Castaway? Not with the one with uh, Bill Murray? No, not the one with the guy that says, Wilson! No. This one's a little bit older. It's Disney based, I think. It's In Search of the Castaways. Anyways, this guy, he sings a song that goes something like this. If you have a complication, employ it. If you have imagination, enjoy it, I think. It goes something like, if you are on top of a mountain, enjoy the view, or something like that. It's great. It tells you a lot of things. The song itself, hey, have optimism, alright? Take a bad situation, look on the bright side of it. Look for the good things, the things that might help you. You gotta just look at it in the best side. An optimist. Someone that looks at the good side too much, Some optimists that might look over optimistic. That kind of guy that says, hey, it's not that bad. It's okay. I'll be fine. I guess I'll just have to have a half limb sort of thing, In other words, their limb was cut off and they're just saying it with a smile. That kind of optimist. I don't know whether I should feel sorry for them or just whatever. I'm confused in this. I'm just confused in that. Okay, don't overdo something. Too much of anything's not good, even a good thing. All right, let's just say that. Yep, and that's true. So much so. You gotta balance. You gotta find balance. You gotta maintain balance. You gotta maintain certain things. Boundaries. Balance. Oh, those things are so much more than you think. Alright. Alright. Eats. Eats. Oh, it's a good thing to eat. It just makes you feel good when you have comfort food or any food at all. It's just satisfactory. Oh. Just enjoy, I keep saying, explore your taste buds. You never know until you know, so you might want to figure out certain things, how they taste. Even random things. So explore your taste buds. Explore. Find out new ingredients and stuff. And people have been doing that a lot, but like I keep saying, doesn't matter if it looks, it matters if it works. I mean, something can look disgusting, but it would taste and smell, or just taste beautiful. Oh, whoa. Or smell beautiful. Either way, it's good. Anyways, you never know until you know. You gotta try in order to do. Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. But how do you try something in order to find out if you want to do it? I mean, you gotta try it in order to, if you want to know if you can do it or if you want to do it. Of course, if you're gonna jump into that pool of technical errors and stuff like that, or whatever. To do something first, you have to assess the situation. You have to assess something. You have to just observe. You have to recognize what's in front of you, what's behind you, and everything else in order to do anything at all. You can't just jump. You have to look before you leap. You have to be cautious. But don't be afraid ever to do anything. Fear just holds you down. Caution, however, just slowly moves you forward. And then you can pick up speed. Now, fear just stops you to a halt. It doesn't do anything for you. It may... Oh. Be right back. Sorry about that. Had to relieve myself again. Yes. Alright. She eats. After eats, it's equality. Equality. You gotta treat each other like we're equals. Even though we're a little bit different from each other. But let's face the facts, we're all human. Alright, okay. You're only not human when you become a monster. Monsters are made. True monsters, that is. They are made. Not born. They are made. But let's face it. A monster can make a monster. That is consideration of being born. A monster can make a monster. Or at least, I'm not going into that category. Monsters are ones that have not that much traits, not that much use, or don't care about the things of life. The meaning of life, they despise it. They don't want it. They don't give a darn about it that much. Either that or they just want it snuffed out. Life itself is precious. It's more than we could ever want and ever hope for. But for those of you, or for those of anyone, who looks upon life and thinks, oh, I'm gonna do something terrifying to it. That's not funny, that's not right. For those of you who think that life is just not meant to happen, or just you want to destroy it or bring chaos or stuff like that, some men don't want anything logical. Some men just want to watch the whole world burn. Yeah, well, those types of people, not right. Okay. Equality. You gotta equal things out. I mean, equal is something similar when you want equality, you know? It's something similar to balancing things out, you know? Those scales that you put weights on one end and on the other, those types of scales, those are old-fashioned ones. That's what I look at it when it comes to balance. That's the type of balance that I'm thinking of. I, for one, like to be the middle, the in-between. Not too much, not too little, you know? There's no three bears in this, and I ain't no Goldilocks. I mean, think about it. So look at this here. Look at this here. However, there's a reason why there's balance. Because there's balance within balance. There's balance in everything. And if we want to be the human race, well, if we want to be human enough, or just to be ourselves, or just to work things out with each other, there's got to be balance with inside each other and outside each other, you know, for each other, balancing everything out. And don't treat it as a bad thing. Treat it as a good thing. Treat it like a challenge. Treat it like you can do this. I got this. I'm going to do it. It's awesome. I'm going to do this, and no one's going to hold me back. Kind of like saying, for example, kind of like saying, I just did a backflip. What? What are you going to do about it? Huh? Huh? Do it. Go ahead. Do a backflip. I want to see it. That's challenging someone to do a balancing act of air. And it takes practice to do a backflip, you know, it does. Balance and practice go together. I mean, balance goes with basically everything, you know. The Goldilocks zone in the solar system, I mean, that's a balance. Not too much, not too, you know, the middle. There's a reason why Earth exists the way it is. It's balance. There's balance with animals, plants, and everything. You take something from that scale, or either side of those scales, it tips. It does not work. Fortunately, nature has a way of balancing things out. But, as like everyone else, there's problems for everything and every living thing. Even the ideal of nature. One of those problems, fortunately, there are people, a lot more people that are trying to solve them and pay attention to them. I'm thankful for that. Thank you. Awesomeness. One of those problems is, unfortunately, people who don't care or don't give a darn, or who are unable to do anything because of those walls again. Because people affect people, all right? For better, for worse, or for good, or for bad, or whatever. People are walking, talking walls, metaphorically and psychologically. But they don't have to be. That one-track thinking, it doesn't work out that much. Because face it, one track, like a train track. If a train track were to just go forward, that's it. No other way. There's no branching out. How do they get to anywhere else? They just go forward. That doesn't work out. Which is a good thing. You have to have options and opinions and just perspective to branch out, to make more, you know, to just have possibilities. And with equality, if we treated each other equally, or if we were to look at each other equally, and not just to downsize each other, and not just to say, hey, you're wrong for doing this, hey, you're wrong for doing that, hey, you're messed up, don't exist. Seriously? That's just not right. And I feel sorry for those kind of people. Because they just weren't raised right. They were just raised. That's it. They were just growing up. Bad information from bad parenting skills. I mean, parents, they need information in order to know what to do and what not to do. They're just winging it mostly. I know. It may be said that it's not true, but let's just face the facts. Yeah, I know. I keep touching my hair. Whatever. Alright, so. You have to tell your kid the good side of things most of the time. Not always the bad things. Yes, they have to find out there is bad things in the world. There are problems and all kinds of stuff in order to not do the bad things. You have to tell them that. I mean, if a kid's curious, they ask questions. Don't tell them to stop asking questions. Don't try to stop them from that. Implore it. Enjoy it. That means they want to learn. That means they are good for it. Get it while the iron's hot, the mold sort of thing. But that's another thing. Whether you want to mold your child into a sword or a shield, to defend or to offend, or to protect, or to destruct and destroy. And yes, some people do go for the sword side of things. It's not right. Besides, a shield can be used for a lot of things. Captain America sort of stuff in the movies. Come on. Talk about a double flipping. Talk about useful. Sheesh. That has options. Anyways, a shield protects and defends. It reflects and defects. No, deflects. Deflects, that's it. Deflects. That's the thing. The sword, however, is meant for killing. And it may seem to use to protect. And yes, but its main purpose is just killing. But that's the thing. People kill people, not tools, not weapons. That's just tools to wield, just used in order to kill people or to defend or to do anything. It's been done. It's been said and done for so many long times. There's good and there's bad. Good cannot exist without the bad, and bad cannot exist without the good. I hate to break it to you, but that's how it is. If there was just good everywhere, good every single thing, everything went in everyone's way. Let's face these facts, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be that exciting. You get what you want every single day, and you want more and more and more until there's just blah. Getting what you need is more important. But how will there be a need if you always get what you want when the need doesn't exist, That's where the bad comes in. The bad is there to challenge us. To say, I'm here. What are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? I know that lawnmower is a little bit broken, but I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get things done. That's how it is, alright? Trials and errors. Without those, it would be like boring. Really boring. Life would be like, so what do you want to do today, dude? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? It'd be like them vultures, from Jungle Book. Look, Flaps. When I say what do you want to do, you say what you want to do. Let's do something. How can you do anything at all when there's nothing to do, when there's no challenge, when there's no trials? There's nothing to say, here I am. Let's see what you can do. There's nothing at all. I mean, if people had the ability, and every person, every single person, if people had the ability to read minds, it wouldn't be that much of a challenge. I mean, be able to read minds? Come on, you can predict all kinds of stuff, and it would be like, well, he's going to do that. And the guy says, all right, I'm not going to do it, because that guy over there already knows that I'm going to do it, so what am I going to do, all right? Okay. To read minds, sheesh, that's a problem. If every human being could do that, I mean, it would be awesome at first, but then where's the surprise? Where's the fun? Where's the excitement? You can't cut that off. If you can't cut it off, then there you go. And to have, let's just say, oh, equality. All right. Here's the thing about equality. Yeah. To have diversity, equal amount of diversity. But the word diversity, diverse means multiple different things, something like that, at least. It's how jungles thrive so much, and that's why there's so much life in it. Because there's different types of species and of all kinds. Diversity. Why do you think so many different people exist? Different opinions. It's not just that. I mean, people may be born to look different. But that's just being diverse. I mean, think about it. If everyone looked exactly the same, in the same way, it'd get boring real fast, real quick. It would be like, oh, that's you. Sorry. It'd be like, oh, that's you. Yes, that's me. So that's you. Yes, that's me too. That's one part of the ant colony thing that I would not care for. I mean, a lot of ants look the same. Seriously, they do. Well, there's different types, but you get the idea. I mean, there's diversity for a reason. It'd be boring if we didn't know that someone could just bend backwards or do all kinds of stuff. I mean, it would be boring if someone didn't grow fur. I mean, that's an advantage when you think about it. If someone could grow fur or hair, dude, put him in the snow, he'd be at home. Heck, I could be somewhat of a... I'm not afraid to say this. I have to say this because I know I'd be pretty good at this. Directing this, though. I'd be pretty good at designing on how kind of... Let's just say being a barber would be a cinch for me if I were to just give a guy that has long fur or hair a haircut. I mean, all over his body. I mean, that would be awesome. That would be a designer, a hairdresser, or a barber's dream. And no, I ain't gonna go that far into that. I'm not gonna be that type of person. I'm not gonna be like, so, this is what you can get, and this is. No, I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, I won't go that far. I'm just saying. That's an advantage. If you think you have a disorder or dysfunction, it's not even close to that. That's an advantage. You can do something that no one else can do. It's awesome. Own it, dang it. You might be able to help someone with that can't do that sort of thing, right? I may stay on this subject, but let's face it, it's so awesome. If you got fur and you let it grow certain parts of your body, you get the haircut to make yourself look like ape or Bigfoot or whatever.